Hello everybody, Happy New Year. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I want to help you kind of simplify your life. I know when we talk about New Year's, we often talk about resolutions, which typically have to do with things that we're going to start doing, right? So it's talking about adding things into our life, onto our plate that we are going to do. We're going to go to the gym, we're going to lose 15 pounds, we're going to go get that promotion. But I want to propose that you can do a different type of technique in terms of eliminating clutter from your life, eliminating the things that do not serve you, and you can have just, if not more, of an impact on your life in the next year than you could if you added things to your plate. So let's get started. First of all, I want to talk about relationships. This one is pretty obvious as to why I would start there with this channel, right? You need to really look at the people that you spend time with and who give you energy. And so one of the things that I do every single year is that I review my friendships. I take a look at the people that I have emailed the most, the people that I have texted the most, the people that I have called on the phone the most, the people that I have DM'd the most. So the people that I am spending the most time with, I take a look at the quality of those types of relationships. Are they actually giving me energy, or are these draining relationships? So you want to really be able to account for who's in your life, right? Spend less time with the people who steal your energy. Make it a point to grade or rank each of these relationships, and you can just do it in a very simple way, such as green, yellow, red. So the people who are green, you want to hang out with more. The people who are yellow, you want to be very aware of how you are doing, your deadlines, your timelines, and things like that are going on around you in life. And the red people you want to eliminate or spend as little time as possible with them, and only under very strict boundaries and strict timelines. You know, an example of this would be family who are toxic, but you need to see them for the holidays. Make sure that you set a timeline for how long you're going to interact with them around each of the holidays. It's also important that you set aside time to be alone. This is true no matter if you're an introvert or an extrovert, but everybody needs to be happy with who they are by themselves, so that when they get in either a group of people or in a one-on-one relationship, that they are bringing something to the table and they aren't just trying to mask what it is that they are afraid of or that they don't like about themselves. Because one thing about time is that everything hidden will become made known. So you want to make sure that you have invested in the relationship with yourself, so that you have something to bring to these relationships, and that you are choosing quality people as opposed to the quantity of people that are in your life. If you're not wanting to be by yourself, you'll just likely fill up the spaces then with whoever wants to hang out and who's ever available. Pare down the essential items in your home. This is another great way to eliminate things that do not serve you out of your life, so that you can make the most out of this year. And something simple that you can do is just pick one item out of each room and each closet that you don't use anymore, that you want to make space for new things for, right? I believe very firmly that outward spaces reflect inward places. And so you can have a house that's very well put together, but inside of each closet, it's complete chaos. There's something going on there in terms of an emotional attachment or stronghold in your life. And so this is an easy way to start making progress towards getting things cleared out and making space for the new. And then of course, moving forward, make sure that you have a rule for yourself about what it is that you're bringing into your life. Just as you wouldn't bring in any type of person into your life, what are the rules, so to speak? What are the guidelines that you want to have for yourself in terms of the new things that you're bringing into your home? If you want something, what does that mean about the space that's already occupied in your home? Do you need to get rid of one thing? Do you need to donate one thing? How are you going to make sure that your life doesn't become overrun with clutter and things? Another thing to keep in mind is the way that you use your technology, right? So digital clutter that comes into your life, and especially in this day and age, there has to be boundaries that you have on yourself for the way that you use technology. You should be using the technology should not be using you. So one of the things that I recently tried to start implementing in my life is the 3-21-0 rule or method for emails. Given that I run several businesses and email is the primary way that I communicate for these businesses, I wasn't able to get it down to 21 just yet. I'm probably at around 40, but basically what this rule says is that 3 times a day, you set an alarm on your phone to check your email. And then you set an alarm for 21 minutes each one of those times. So typically they tell you to do it morning, noon, and night. And so morning time comes, you set an alarm, it's 21 minutes, and you have 21 minutes to go through all of your emails, to respond and reply to your emails, and then you don't do it again until the noon timer goes off or until the night timer goes off. And this is something that can help you to eliminate wasting your time, like energy leakage for your time that's just going into social media or going onto your devices when there's no actual purpose, right? And so that's one thing that I have tried to do, even though I haven't gotten down just to 21 minutes, but this goal definitely keeps me focused. It ensures that my responses are short, that I'm actually communicating the important things that I want to be saying back in the email, and also it keeps me from clicking on links into, Instagram or other things that could distract me or pull my time, allow energy leakage for my time and energy into tasks that are not scheduled in my day at that time. Of course, you can use this similar method to everything. How are you organizing your photos? Maybe every month you go through or every week you go through and you choose to organize the pictures that you have taken in the last month in the cloud or in the drive or whatever it is that you use, so that you don't have a ton of stuff weighing you down on your phone. Again, outward spaces reflect inward places, and just seeing clutter on your phone when you turn it on, when you go to look for a photo or whatever it is, can cause you to become anxious and overwhelmed. And again, this technology should be serving you. You shouldn't be serving the technology. So find a way to streamline your uses of technology and the things that are overwhelming to you. Find ways to minimize that and get that down to none so that you're not overwhelmed every time you pick up your phone. Streamline your finances. This is another huge one. If you could go through and look at all of the subscriptions that you're subscribed to, the things that you don't use, the things that you don't need, and you could take that money and put it into an account that would be set up to create you passive income. This is something that can be used to get you closer to the 50-30-20 rule, which means that you spend 50% of your budget of your money on needs, 30% on wants, and 20% in savings. Research ways to invest in passive income, because then you can take the savings that you save up from doing the 50-30-20 rule into another stream of income that essentially can be supplying one of the 50-30-20 categories again. So this is something that is really simple when you think about it. It just takes a little bit of planning and a little bit of management. So go through your finances, check out your subscriptions, find where you are wasting money that you don't need to be, put it in a separate account, and start researching ways to create passive income for yourself. How many of your schedules are booked every single minute, that there's something scheduled every single minute? Your minutes are like dollars, and just like your budget, you would assign every single dollar a job. You would send it to go do something for you. Your minutes should be structured that way. This doesn't mean that you need to be doing something every single minute. It means that those minutes need to be doing something. In other words, I want you to take a look at your schedule and really find out, again, where is there energy leakage? You want to block out time for not doing anything on your calendar. You want to be able to feel like you can relax without earning it, right? It should just naturally be in there, like you would have a budget for food or eating out or entertainment. And you want to go do those things without guilt of feeling like you're wasting money. That's in the budget. Those minutes are actually doing the thing that you budget them to go do. So put in your calendar time to do nothing. That's really important, especially for creative people, that they get a chance to refill since they're likely creating so many things. You want to build into your schedule also time from social media and definitely from news, right? Make no your default. Be comfortable saying no, and saying no is a full sentence. Remember that boundaries only hurt people who benefited from you having none. And when it comes to time, I like to use the Pomodoro technique, which essentially says that for every 25 minutes of work, you set a timer, you do 25 minutes of work, you can't have your phone, you shut off every other outside influence, you sit down, you do your work, and then at the end of 25 minutes, you take a 5-minute break. The key to using the Pomodoro technique, though, is that in your 5-minute break, you can't use your phone. You can't look at your phone because that will suck you back into something else that you should be not doing during your 5-minute break. It does require discipline still, and you can even do 50 minutes at a time and then 10-minute breaks. And then for every 4 Pomodoros, so for every 25-minute sections of time that you have spent doing work, you take a longer break, like a 30-minute break. And this is a great place to insert your meditation time. This is exactly what I do. My mornings are structured. Either I see clients, I film videos like this one, I'm researching, planning, or networking in the morning, and then I take a 30-minute break. I do my meditation, and then I move on to my afternoon tasks. But the Pomodoro technique really shows you how long your tasks take to get done. Because let's say you're working for 25 minutes and you didn't get one of your tasks done. Now you know how long it will take to get that thing done the next time that you have to do it. It makes scheduling your time, which again, you should treat it like your money. You should budget every single moment that you have. Every single minute of your day should be budgeted for. And so that way you are keeping track of how productive you are, of where there was energy leakage before from, taking too long on a project because you had 90 tabs open and one of them was Instagram, and you're able to really see this is actually how much time I need to get this stuff done. When you do that, you're gonna have so much more free time than what you thought initially in the beginning. And before I end this video, I just wanna go back to what I was saying about making no your default. If you could do one thing this year, I recommend trying to make it this one. Say no as your default. If it isn't a heck yes, if this isn't something that you are absolutely committed to, that you absolutely want to do, it's a no. Get ruthless about eliminating the things from your schedule that you don't want to do. This is your life, so you are literally investing moments of your life into things that you don't want to have a harvest for, that you don't want to see a return on. So if this isn't a yes, if it isn't an all-in yes, it's a no. So get good at saying no, and remember that that no goes to yourself first. Tell yourself no when it comes to eating that bag of chips when it's 10 p.m. in bed. Get good at telling yourself no when it comes to breaking no contact. Absolutely not. Do not do that. Make commitments to yourself and keep them first before you try using no as a full sentence to other people. Happy New Year. I'm so excited to walk out 2023 with y'all, and I know that this year is going to be amazing. But if you walked into 2023 still filled with some regrets from the past, I want you to check out this video next, in which I tell you why going back in time would not solve your problems.